Baby Friday.
Good morning. It's Baby Friday, as Heidi just reminded me. Thank you very much, sister. Thursday, September the 2nd. We made it through our first full day of September. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning. It is going to be a glorious day, but Craig Huckerby, our weather specialist, will have more on that. First, let's talk a little politics, your favorite subject. I know she's just ringing. Ever been photobombed?
Photobombed?
Yes. You know, like
yes.
one of those?
Yes.
Justin Trudeau's photobombed yesterday. We have video of it. Or video bomb, maybe. Anyway, it's a little buddy. He looks kind of weird in that. Anyway, yeah, there he is, little chipmunk.
Very cute.
I think the cameraman was following the chipmunk, not Justin Trudeau. He was getting some grays in there.
I was just going to say, is
JT's... Oh, look at that! Nice little shot of the gray. Yeah, but what's he eating? Anyway, he entertained the crowd yesterday. We're going to talk about some heckling that occurred again to JT later in the show. Good little tease for you there. Tonight is the first televised debate of four leaders.
Okay.
The Libs, the major parties. And if I can pull up my script, I'd be able to give you more information on that. This is, in Quebec, it is the biggest debate that they'll have and will affect the September 20th election night.
Oh, look at them all.
Yes.
Oh.
There they are. So that is going to be televised tonight.
Okay.
Only four leaders, the Liberals, the Conservatives, the Québécois, and the NDPs will take part. The others, well, their invitation was lost in the mail.
Oh.
No, they just didn't get one. Speaking of debate, we're having one. We'll talk more about that, but why don't we throw to you to update us on the state of emergency going on in the big NYC.
Sure, yeah. Okay, so Hurricane Ida continues to be a challenge. Obviously, when something is declared to be a big, environmental situation, hurricane. Yeah. She is a hurricane. I couldn't find if it was a hurricane or when they go
or tropical storm at this point has been downgraded. Watershed.
So we're talking relentless rain attributed to the remnants of Hurricane Ida. Yeah, significant. So, of course, state of emergency has been declared in New York City. The storm has carried into New England with threats of more tornadoes. New York's FDR Drive, which is a major artery on the east side of Manhattan, and the Bronx River Parkway, underwater.
God, look, Heidi.
Yeah, underwater late Wednesday evening.
That's Yonkers, New York.
How do you like them apples? Okay, subway stations and tracks became so flooded that the Metropolitan Transportation Authority suspended all service. So there, of course, people are putting up videos showing subway riders standing on seats in cars filled with water. Other videos showing vehicles submerged up to their windows on major roadways in and around the city, garbage bobbing down the streets. Yep. So the National Weather Service office in New York declared its first ever set of flash flood emergencies in the region Wednesday night, an alert level that is reserved for quote-unquote exceedingly rare situations when a severe threat to human life and catastrophic damage from a flash flood is happening or will happen soon.
You know what else I was just thinking? New York City is known for its garbage, so I'm sure there's a lot of things floating around.
Yes.
Large rats will probably be sitting beside you or swimming, waving at you like a Band-Aid in a pool.
Climbing up you.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, so and obviously in addition, there are thousands of customers without power. So it's a very, very, very serious situation, and there's
okay. Yeah, I know Craig's going to have more on it later in the show, so be prepared to get ready for that. But Craig, tell us how our Thursday morning is going to look.
Well, aren't you glad we live in the Soon? We don't have to deal with hurricanes and all that water and rain. We do have to deal with some cool temperatures, though. Last night we hit +4 for our overnight low, so it was a pretty chilly morning today, but we're going to warm up nicely because we have lots of sun in our forecast for today. We'll take a look at the radar and we'll show you that we do have a system coming in for the weekend, unfortunately. You can see that on the left side of your screen. That's kind of rolling around that high pressure system that's sitting in place over the Great Lakes right now, but that high is on its way out and that system is on its way in. So we're watching that for the weekend because it could get things a little wet and also very cold on the weekend. We're going to see our temperatures dip. But for today, we're looking pretty nice. Well, we'll take a look at the 12-hour forecast and we're just seeing sun today. We're going to warm up eventually around the noon hour. We should hit our daytime high in the low 20s. And the northwest winds will also be back around 20 kilometers an hour. So just adding a little bit of coolness to the air today, but it's going to be a dry day, a sunny day, and we have one more maybe tomorrow, but we will talk about that in the 3-day forecast coming up. Right now, let's send it back to Heidi and Colette.
Thanks, Greg. Love it. Love your getup today. Looking mighty.
He always looks
fresh.
sharp. He's very dapper, very well put together.
Dapper, for sure. What's not so dapper is what happened to a cyclist and a car yesterday at Great Northern Road and Second Line in the evening hour. We do have video of that, Mike, if when you got a second, if you want to put that up. I could talk over it, but just watch the top right of your screen here. You'll see the red light.
Here comes the cyclist.
You'll see the cyclist disobey the red light, and you see him get not him. I shouldn't say him. Yeah, we received this last night. Wicked chills, sending down your spine to watch that. But just puts an importance of safety of cyclists and motorcyclists.
Yep.
Clearly, the cyclist was in the wrong in this situation, but it just always. We were talking this morning when we see a cyclist or motorcyclist driving around, I literally go to the furthest lane away I possibly can, or take another route. I don't know. It just it's always been a huge scare for me.
And even if they seem to be, conscious and in control of their bicycle, you still have to be careful because anything could happen. Right?
That driver's probably just thinking, okay, it's a green light, I'm off ahead. He's over here. So according to a witness, when they arrived, they located a westbound Jeep which had collided with a northbound cyclist. The witness said the cyclist ran the red before being hit. We have been able to independently confirm that this was in fact the case. Okay. There is no word on the status of the cyclist. Police were still on the scene for some time. And so we'll update you as that comes about. Also updating, why don't you update us on APH and what's going on if you came across a very interesting piece of information today.
On the Algoma Public Health website, as I was, looking for the numbers there this morning, they had a joint message from Algoma Public Health, the ADSB, so the Algoma District School Board, the Huron Superior Catholic District School Board, the Conseil Scolaire Public du Grand Nord de l'Ontario, Conseil Scolaire Catholique Nouvelon. So all of the school boards housed in our community. So what they are saying, sending this out to members of the community, parents, guardians, that they are continuing to work together on health and safety measures for students this September. Everyone is reminded that it's not too late to roll up a sleeve and get vaccinated. In fact, they are saying to help support a safer return to school, the province has extended the eligibility for the Pfizer vaccine to children born in 2009, which means all children turning 12 years old before the end of 2021 are now able, yes, we did, are now able to receive their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. And, they are also kind of invoking messaging from the Ministry of Health, the Chief Medical the Chief Medical Officer of Health of Ontario, as well as Algoma Public Health, reminding everyone that the COVID-19 vaccine is safe, it's effective, and it will protect students, families, and the school community. With the back-to-school deadline coming, so that's a week from today, the kids are back in school. Interesting that it's starting on a Thursday, but anyway, I digress.
Yeah, that's our new
So
thing.
Now is the time. Now is the time to get the vaccine or to complete your vaccine series. And APH, of course, recommending that all eligible household members of school-age children get immunized, which helps lower the risk of the household transmission infection for young children who are not yet eligible. I will be posting this to the website, so give me an hour or so, and this will be up, and you can read it for yourself.
Awesome. I know I want to touch later yesterday when Doug Ford did address the passport situation regarding vaccinations. There was also an article floating around about the surge and schools coming out We're looking into that. We're not going to jump the gun on that. Anyways, we will be back. Like we said, we have some firefighters locally who responded to of the same calls within 4 hours last night. Come back and I'll tell you about it.
First Local, supported by the Canadian Bush Plain Heritage Centre, where adventure takes off. First Local, supported by Gary Chervinsky, Exit Realty, Lake Superior. Buying a home is a big decision, so is choosing the right agent. Call Gary Chervinsky, broker at Exit Realty, Lake Superior, 705-257-5432.
When I found out I had cancer, it was the hardest day of my life. But life is bigger than cancer.
First Local, supported by United Way. Help make your community a better place. Show your local love and donate today. Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings on this day, Thursday, September the 2nd, Baby Friday. Facebook reminded me of some birthdays that are out there for people that I haven't known in a long time but remember fondly. So you know what, we're going to go into the COVID numbers. It should be fast. Nothing new to report locally, not since August 30th, so we are still looking at 433 cases confirmed, 14 of which are considered to be active with 2 people in hospital. The number of cases that have screened positive for the variants of concern have increased slightly by 2, so we now have 116 cases that have screened positive for the VOCs. Provincially, yesterday Ontario did report 656 new cases of COVID-19 in the province, as well as 13 deaths linked to the virus. Now, once again, the data cleanup is factoring into this, so the Ministry of Health says that 6 of the deaths happened more than 2 months ago and were updated based on, again, the data cleaning. Health Minister Christina Elliott indicates that there are 504 of the new infections in people who are not fully vaccinated or have an unknown vaccination status. 339 people in the province currently are hospitalized with COVID-19 and 36 of those individuals are fully vaccinated. 163 people are in intensive care with the novel coronavirus, 12 of whom are fully vaccinated. The ministry says that 83.1% of Ontarians over the age of 12 have at least 1 dose of a COVID-19 vaccine, while 76.4% have 2 doses.
Thank you very much. Big news yesterday with Doug Ford addressing the province with regards to the vaccination, requiring proof of vaccination. I know you know the details, but there's some really important things I want to highlight. September 22nd is when this comes into effect. You will not be allowed to attend restaurants, nightclubs, meeting or event spaces, facilities used for sports or recreation, sporting events, casinos, concerts, strip clubs, just in case. Bathhouse and sex clubs is also on the list because you need a mask to go into a sex club, I guess, and how that works, I don't know. I don't know if 6 feet apart will even apply. Anyway, so their mandatory requirements would not apply to any outdoor setting. Notably, between the time of September 22nd and October 12th, if you attend a wedding or any type of event that I just listed, you're going to need a rapid test 48 hours, up to 48 hours before attending. Ontario will develop and provide additional tools to improve user experience, efficiency, and business supports in the coming weeks, including establishing alternative tools. Again, for those of you who can't get the vaccination, you need to get a letter. You need to carry that letter with you. And that's my highlight from the hour and plus minutes Doug Ford took up yesterday.
Okay.
I could have done it for him enough. There you go.
All right. Well, so some local updating of a positive nature. The transit has increased their on-demand service, and this will begin on September the 11th, which is so. They started this project initially with Sunday evenings with the on-demand, right? So transit service is now going to implement this on Saturdays as well. And what this means is that Saturday On Demand will be delivered from 7:15 p.m. to 12 midnight with a final booking time of 11:30 to schedule a ride. So evening transit service on weekends is traditionally a period where ridership is low and the majority of bus stops are not being utilized. So passengers then would hail a ride using the Sault Ste. Marie On Demand app, which is available for iPhones as well as Androids. So you can set up your pickup and drop off location. That's very cool.
I know. Remember I said that when I read it yesterday. It is cool. It is.
Yeah, it's a little bit
it's all real
convoluted to read. This is all
I
posted
see.
to the website.
Didn't I not tell you? I told you.
So the app provides the passenger with their real-time ride details, including wait times. Service allows riders to travel from one pre-existing established stop to another as requested. So once the bus arrives, passenger can proceed onto the bus, pay using their existing transit pass or cash. So the benefits of using this app, of course, include rider notification and messages, real-time vehicle tracking, and an opportunity for users to provide post-ride feedback. Wow, wow. I like that. That's very cool.
It is cool, yeah.
Yeah, so for more details, of course, you can go to our website at siouxonline.com and access that article where there'll be some sassy links that I will have created for you to jump to the transit scheduling. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. A couple days ago, I brought you a story about those wind turbines. We had the drone up, and we got some great pictures. So sent courtesy of Bruce, I do believe, here at Sioux Online. We have since been in contact with Chief Sayers, who gave us a great statement a couple days ago that we had posted to our website. But one area resident told Sioux Online that they were unable to locate the gearbox, the blade, and other parts of the turbine. As you know, these things, they're colossal, and there it is. There it came down. There was also an environmental threat with regards to no oil had reached any of the surrounding watershed, or full environmental assessment is needed for the Ministry of Environment still, and fully determine the damage that the failure had collapsed. Chief Sayers is reminding those to stay away from the area. It is dangerous. Let them have this environmental assessment done. Let's get more details, but they are saying that it is not an environmental threat as of yet. And thank you to Dan Gray for following up on that.
It'd be hard to imagine something of that size toppling and not spilling anything. So, wow, I'm glad they're assessing, and yeah, we'll continue to follow that for sure.
It's going to take, I wouldn't expect an answer next week.
No. Okay, Algoma University.
Oh,
Yes,
smoky
the
free.
Sault Ste. Marie campus. We have to distinguish that now because they have other campuses in this moment. So, committed to providing a safe and healthy environments for students, faculty, staff, and visitors. Wednesday, so yesterday, September 1st, those visiting the Sault Ste. Marie campus of Algoma University no longer allowed to smoke or vape on site. So, of course, recognizing research indicating that smoking is harmful to one's health and to the health of others through increased exposure to secondhand smoke. So over the past 6 months, they've been working with like a 3-phase approach to support the gradual transition of the Sault Ste. Marie campus to a smoke-free site, at first reduced and then eliminated access to designated smoking areas. So with the exception of pre-approved ceremonial usage of tobacco for smudging, Algoma U will not permit smoking or vaping or the use of tobacco or cannabis products on university grounds. So this includes such products in any university-owned vehicle or any vehicle on university property. So Algoma's intent, again, just to provide a healthier environment for everyone. Further information on Algoma's smoke-free campus and cannabis use policies will be posted on the university website at algomau.ca.
It's crazy that they haven't already done that in this day and age, really, that university post-secondary institutions where there's a large gathering of people have followed that. We are going to come back, but before we do, I want to talk about firefighters having to respond to 2 calls with regards to gas lines being struck. Call before you dig. Another community I sat on. Call before you dig.
Or you'll deal with municipal bylaw officer Heidi.
You've got crazy Colette and bylaw officer Heidi to come and deal with you. Both were taken care of. One was at the Country Club Place. The other one was on Langdon Road. Support firefighters had to do it at 9:45 and 1 o'clock yesterday. You rock, firefighters.
Yes.
We're going to come back and talk a little bit about the Northern Credit Unit, how it's committed to supporting National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. We're going to talk about the Labor Day schedule for the city.
Did you?
I haven't picked your nose today.
As a part of that, though, there's been like a new federal holiday that was declared at the end of month. Like,
What's it called?
September 30th. Like,
That's the day it's called.
yeah. I didn't.
What?
Okay.
We'll be right
I think
back.
it's time for a commercial.
I didn't know that.
First Local, supported by Rick Mooney, sales representative for Street City Realty. Sold, the sign you want, Rick, the realtor you need.
Every day, people in crisis need someone to answer their call for help, to let them know they're not alone. Whenever people need someone, the Canadian Red Cross is there, on the phone lines and the front lines, around the world and here at home. But none of it would be possible without people just like you. No matter who you are, you have something to give. You can be that someone with the Canadian Red Cross. Learn more at redcross.ca/someone.
First Local, supported by Tammy Ovey. Are you looking for an agent who confidently knows the culture and community of Sault Ste. Marie? Call Tammy Ovey, 705-971-0171.
Welcome back. It's Baby Friday, Thursday, September 2nd. You're with Heidi and Colette, and we are with you. Hey, that's a good one.
Because if we weren't with you right now, where would we be? Just sitting here. All right. Yeah, maybe in bed. Yeah. It was hard this morning to get out of bed.
It's hard every morning for me.
You know, what is it about? You set your alarm in your phone, and then I woke up because I was like, did my alarm even go off? And it went off, but it stopped going off, and it just gives me that little message, missed alarm. What? Aren't you supposed to keep ringing?
Yeah. It's called consistency.
No, it just gave up on me. Like, okay, great.
Maybe it just saw your
Good to
rest.
know that it's fallible.
Thanks for the commitment alarm.
All right, so in an effort to continue our discussion about schedules, let's talk about how Labor Day, happening this Monday, September 6th, is going to affect certain city amenities and schedules. So, of course, the following facilities and services will be closed on Monday, September 6th. Cemetery office, landfill and household, city landfill and household hazardous waste depot, Ermatinger Clerg National Historic Site, the GFL Memorial Gardens office and box office, John Rhodes Community Center arenas, McMeekin area is closed, Peter G. Manzo and VE Greco outdoor pools will be closed for the season. Public libraries are closed. Public Works office is closed. We have on the website posted the phone number for 24-hour emergency service. The Ronald A. Irwin Civic Center, Sioux Transit and Parabus will not be operating. Main office is closed. Senior Services operating out of Bay Street, Active Living Center 55 plus, and the Northern Community Center Active 55 plus. So all of these facilities are closed. Garbage and recycling. No garbage, leaf, and yard waste or recycling pickup on Monday, September 6th. And then take note that collection will be one day late following the holiday. So, for example, if your regular pickup is on Wednesday, then you can expect the pickup to be, the next day. So, again, I've posted all of this to the website. Now, to balance it, here are the services and facilities that are open. Bellevue Marina, open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Bellevue Park Concession, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. And after Monday, after Labor Day, it will be closed for the season. Roberta Bondar Marina, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sioux Recreational Lock, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. After Labor Day, it will switch to being open 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And the John Rhodes Community Center pool is open for scheduled bookings, yes.
Well, swimming it is, kiddies. We'll find out from Craig later on what the weather's going to be like for that. Kel segue into the Northern Credit Union supporting National Day for Truth and Reconciliation because a quick little Google search did indicate that September 30th holiday is in recognition, and I'm so happy. National Day for Truth and Reconciliation is the holiday. In observance, September 30th will now be a stat holiday Throughout Canada, the new stat holiday will be September 30th and will commemorate the tragic legacy of residential schools in Canada. It received royal assent, which means it passed in the Senate July. Now, I scour the internet on for a good 7 hours a day.
Yes?
That's all like finding
Yeah,
stories.
she's like a little feral beast,
I
like
am.
just clicking and clicking.
I go into the deep, dark pockets. And I'm always on the government sites. Yeah, I didn't see that. So anyway, federally governed associations or outfits or working or who are regulated under federal restrictions, you have September 30th off. The government of Canada recently passed this legislation right here in the story that I'm about to read to you.
Well, and I mean, to be fair, when I saw that yesterday, because I hadn't heard it from you, I doubted it. I was like, oh, well, maybe it hasn't.
That is loyalty. That is commitment.
Well,
that's loyalty. That's
like
thank
a
you.
stat holiday, like a new one. Like, wouldn't
we know?
Wouldn't that be like prominently out there?
Well, I think we're catching up to other countries in the world who have several stat holidays throughout the year. So we'll take it.
Sure. Good.
Oh, Canada. But anyways, like not to make light of the subject because it is a very dark and
absolutely,
and it should be respected. And actually, instead of just taking a day off, I think you should have to educate yourself on the residential school system. You should have to do something proactive and not be reactive to situations, and not just take a day off to go to the beach. You should honor what happened. And I'm hitting my pen ferociously because I can't stand when you get like the November 11th. People take the day off to commemorate those who served in the war, but they'll take it off to shop for Christmas gifts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't think that teaches our kids anything or teaches our adults anything. This is an important step made by the government in the reconciliation process and provides an opportunity to honor and commemorate Indigenous culture and history. And that's exactly what I mean. On that day, go do something and find out about Indigenous culture and history. And with that, the Northern Credit Union staff and management will observe this holiday on September 30th. Their office and branches will be closed. The full service will resume on October 1st.
Okay, good. Well, what about a factoid? Is it too soon?
It's not too soon.
It's not too soon.
It's never too soon.
Never too soon. This day in 2016, we'll talk to you about the Eagles. So the Eagles, their greatest hits, what does he got?
It just reminded me, we got to show that Sioux Eagle Rescue.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
Good one.
So,
Oh, well, we're getting now.
Okay, so the Eagles, their greatest hits, 1971, 1975, returned to the U.S. album chart thanks to a 99-cent sale hosted by the Google Play Store. So the album, which was originally released in 1976, was already the largest selling compilation album in history with worldwide sales over 42 million copies. I mean, if you ever needed a definition of success, right? I saw the Eagles twice.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. The Hell Freezes Over tour. It was really good.
Did Hell Freeze Over?
Well, it was called that because they had been fighting, and one of the members, I think it might have been Don Henley, maybe Glenn Fry. Anyway, one of the two more vocal components of the group did say that, no, we'll play another concert when Hell freezes over.
Okay,
So,
well, Hell
froze over, and there they came.
Hell's frozen over in the provincial government because they're extending the time for you to reinstate renewal requirements for driver's licenses, license plate stickers, which we all love to do, and health cards. Might I add, they do pay attention to that.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, the Ontario government is reinstating all of these, the above that I just said, that would have expired on or after March 1st, 2020, were extended to provide immediate relief to their provincial document, to Ontarians during the COVID-19. Those needing to renew provincial documents are encouraged to use Service Ontario's convenient and easy. Convenient and easy are two words that do not go along with any government website. That's tomfoolery. I call it out. Anyways, to ensure everyone has time enough to renew, Ontario has extended the renewal deadline for most driver's license. That word most is intriguing to me. I'll find out what that means. License plate stickers and Ontario photo cards of health until February the 28th, 2022.
Wow.
There you
that is
go.
an extension. Okay.
Thank you. Hell froze over. When we come back, we're going to hit,
No, go ahead.
we're going to hit some social media.
Yes.
We're going to hit some Craig Huckerby, and we're going to hit some more social media. So send us your questions, and we're going to talk about the debate that's coming up here.
Yes.
September the 8th. We'll be right back.
First Local, supported by James Seton, Mortgage Specialist. Your new home doesn't come with mortgage advice. I do. Call James Seton, Mortgage Specialist, RBC 705-975-1519.
Just once in a while, at parties and stuff. If that's what your kid says, they'll probably also tell you that it's not a big deal. But that's no reason not to talk about it. You could tell them that you think that's a good thing and that you're really happy they don't use it that often. Then ask them why. Maybe deep down they know it's bad. They just need your help realizing it. From there, it should be pretty easy to drop off the hint that their brain is still growing and that they shouldn't smoke pot. At least not until they're older.
Visit drugfreekidscanada.org for more tools to help start the conversation.
Rollers Bocce is now open, located downstairs at the Marconi. If you're new to bocce or love the game, Rollers is the place for you. Grab your friends and family and let the good times roll. Book your court today at rollersbocce.ca.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. It is Thursday, September the 2nd, Baby Friday. You are here with Heidi and Colette and Heidi.
Colliding, as we so affectionately know.
Colliding. That sounds like
collided.
a condition.
Oh, they don't have the aren't they?
What's that?
Do you have the colliding? Holy crap! You're gonna need to stay 12 feet away from it.
Holy babe!
Holy babe, you're scaring the fish. I don't know if you've seen that meme video going around with the girl flying off the boat and the concerned boyfriend's like, holy babe, settle down.
You okay?
You're scaring the fish. Anyway,
So Dan did an article because we've been hearing from a number of employers in the community that it's, you really can't drive anywhere right now without seeing a help wanted sign of some sort somewhere.
Okay.
And they're becoming as frequent as the election signs in this moment. So, ranging from food services industries to specialty positions like truck maintenance, everybody it seems is looking for workers. So we did hear from Rory Ring, of course, the Chief Executive Officer of the Sault Ste. Marie Chamber of Commerce, and he speculates that there are multiple reasons for the problem. He said some of them, of course, would be Sault specific, but other of them, like other reasons, would speak to like larger, more global challenges. He says it's not so much a challenge of finding people who want to work, but finding people with the right skill set for the position. So, and he also talked a little bit about how COVID, because of COVID, you have a number of people who have been forced to change careers, they've changed jobs. Some have taken advantage of training opportunities and moved on to other lines of work. So he talks about our demographics, right? That he said that we have like a shrinking demographic as well as an older demographic, and we're not attracting as many youth as are needed to fill the positions, not attracting as many newcomers to the community, and he really does feel that we're missing an opportunity in terms of, not efficiently engaging the Indigenous community, and actually identified the Indigenous community as the fastest growing youth population.
Well, tap in on that's crazy.
Yeah. So he did reach out to, Dan did reach out to Curtis McDermott, who owns Odd Job Jacks, okay, so like a maintenance company. And he said that over the past 2 years, he's been really, really hard hit and had a lot of difficulty filling positions. He said that he frequently gets requests for cash payments only. He's told that the wage that he offers is too low, or they only want full-time employment, or that childcare is an issue. And certainly childcare, he says, is the more frequent reason. So, and Ring also talked about, and McDermott kind of touches on that as well. But there have been a number of incentives. Rory Ring was talking a little bit about the incentives, like the CERB payments, for example, that might make it less attractive to people to re-enter the workforce. So he feels that perhaps, phasing those kind of programs out will help people make a choice to return to employment. So.
Okay. Awesome. We need to move along. We're late running into social media, and we're going to throw over to Craig to find out what the weather's looking like.
Thank you very much. And boy, was that a chilly morning today. We're going to see another morning just like it tomorrow, because we're going to see clear conditions for today, at least for one more day anyway. We are still influenced by a high pressure system, but unfortunately it is sinking, allowing this guy just to barrel on in for the weekend, giving us some showers and maybe even a thunderstorm over the weekend and some cooler temperatures. We'll take a look at the radar. We'll show you, really, there's not a lot to worry about for today, but we are going to probably see these clouds fill in later on today. And again, that's where the rain and thunderstorm is, and that is kind of coming our way for Saturday and into our Sunday. As far as temperatures go today, not bad. We're rebounding after hitting +4 overnight, 22 here in the Sioux, 20 in Wawa, and we're just seeing low 20s basically all over northeastern Ontario as we see that high pressure system sinks towards the south. You can see just how far reaching that jet stream is, though. This is all cooler air coming in, and this is what's left of the Hurricane Ida, which is now a tropical depression, currently just hammering New York, as we saw in some of that footage. But yeah, we're watching this system now rolling in for the weekend, unfortunately. This is what we look like for the next 3 days for today. Just mainly sunny skies. We could see those clouds fill in later on today. Temperatures at 22, 23 for your day tomorrow. Again, we're going to start seeing more cloud than sun, and then Saturday we start seeing those showers show up. Right now it's a 60% chance, meaning 40% of the area won't be seeing any rain, but it looks like the Sioux is part of that 60% for now anyway. That is your weather. I'll be back at the end of the show with an update. Right now, let's send it back to Heidi and Colette.
Thanks for that, Craig. I wish that what was coming at us on the weekend was maybe a little bit nicer, but here's hoping it can change. We're going to hop into social media. We have some activities. So, Steve Childs coming in the first spot, beating everybody to the punch. Oh, that's a lot of letters. G-M-A-H-Y.
GMA, good morning, all. Okay.
Yeah, H-Y-H-A-G-B. Oh, there it is.
Great baby.
B-F, yeah. So hope you have a great Baby Friday. Day. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Rocking the horns. Right on, Steve. Allie and Ron Rollinson, but we know it's Allie. Now they're going to mess me up by saying
Actually, Allie is working today, Ron.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning to you, Allie. Tony Mancuso.
Hey, Tony.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Baby Friday. Wishing everybody a great day and stay safe. Well, the same to you, Tony. Your salutations are always nice to receive. Joseph Bertrand, great local news, great local people. Cheers. Cheers to you, Joseph. I hope you apply that great local people label to yourself as well. Yeah, because Enika, all the way from the Netherlands. Good morning, all. Happy Baby Friday. A plethora of emojis, which you can now see, so I don't have to read them, which is good because some of them I can't really see very well. So Bradley Evoy says, good morning. 3 exclamation points. Back it up. I got to bring that up. Good morning.
Some emphasis.
Emphasis. Happy Baby Friday with the peace sign. Happy Baby Friday to you, Bradley.
Happy Baby Friday, Brad.
Kimberly, hey, you got some extra spacing in that message. I like it. Good morning, all.
Yeah, I can't stand spacing, remember?
Well, but, sometimes when you're trying to make a statement, you have to adjust the spacing in the little message box. I use it, so.
Well, from paragraph to paragraph, yes, but I'm talking about line to line, when you do double space after a period.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm just saying, and I don't like it in school either. I used to go back and fix people's essays when I was helping them write the essays.
All right.
Getting paid to write their essays.
Well, okay. I'm going to double space, but okay.
No, you can.
Chris Bridges. Ooh, Chris Bridges.
Okay, Chris, what do you got for us today?
Good morning, everyone, and happy Baby Friday. On today's date in 1931, Bing Crosby makes his solo radio debut. Also a happy birthday to Keanu Reeves, who was born in Beirut, Lebanon on this day in 1964. I saw a video, somebody, like some random person in New York, shot this on the subway. Keanu Reeves is known for keeping a low profile. He rides public transit. He's sitting in a seat and he observes a woman next to him standing there. He gets up and offers her the seat.
I'm not
and
surprised.
yeah, and then he just stands there and,
Yeah.
and it's, you know, and so somebody's got their camera and they're like, look at this guy.
Yeah. Oh, John Wick.
Yeah.
So I got two.
Okay, and Marilyn Trumbull says, good morning, beautiful ladies and everyone else. She invokes the sun twice. That sun's gonna keep coming up between the two great huge tracts of land.
Still no poo emoji, eh?
Oh, right, the next one, baby
Yes!
girl, there it is. So,
I'm
yeah.
not a negative person. I mean, you've got this positive, the sun coming out. Mine's like, the poo emoji. Anyway. I've got a special announcement to read before we go to commercial, but I don't know if you have any more social media.
We're done.
Okay, 40 years ago, we have a beautiful woman who passed away. This is Mike Tchaikovsky's mom, Wanda, who passed away. Wanda and family, and Mike family. There's Mike right there in the red. I go, which one are you? And after I said it, I was like, never mind, you're wearing the red in the middle, because that is Mike's face at the moment. Just a few years have passed. So these are all Mike's sisters and brothers, and of course Mike's other brother Wayne passed away on the right. But you're welcome, Mike. Mike wants to say that he loves you, and we are sending our thoughts to you and your family today. Mike, why don't we go on a commercial on this beautiful picture of your family?
Family owned and operated, A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling has been serving Sault Ste. Marie and surrounding area since 1968. For a free estimate, call 705-779-3909. A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling, available for all your water needs. 1944, Second Line West, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling. Call 705-779-3909 for a free estimate today. First Local, supported by Tenaris Algoma Tubes. Kickstart your career. Tenaris is rapidly growing in Sault Ste. Marie and looking for individuals interested in rewarding production and technician roles. If you are ready for a progressive career opportunity with benefits in advanced manufacturing, then please send your resume to resumes@tenaris.com.
First Local, supported by The Refinery, the leader in women's fitness and transformations. 624 Wellington Street West in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Call 705-255-8895 for more information.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Morning. Baby Friday, September the 2nd. You're here with Colette, the Snazzy, and Heidi. And you know what? We saw that video.
Yes, Sioux Eagles.
Yeah,
I mean, not the Sioux Eagles, that's the hockey team. Sioux Locks saved an eagle, is what I'm trying to say. And we do have video of that, and here it comes. We need some music or something to go on.
Yeah. Cue the canned applause at the very least, because watch this. Imagine the weight of this bird that this guy is attempting to hoist. Yeah, they're gigantic. They are gigantic.
Yeah, for sure.
And look at it, like seeming to understand that, you know, he was being rescued and permitted that because, like, those birds are capable of inflicting some damage. Yeah, so.
Awesome. Well, that was cool. And now I know why we call it the Sioux Eagles hockey team.
Yes.
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 What's going on with you? No. We got a couple provincial stuff to update on what's going on at school. You have one?
Yes, so the Ontario College of Teachers is launching mandatory training around the prevention of sexual abuse. So, of course, teachers will have to complete this training. The Ontario College of Teachers says the online course will launch on January 1st, 2022. The profession's regulatory body says the Child Center for Child Protective Development the Canadian Centre for Child Protection developed the course. The training will offer teachers an updated understanding of professional boundaries, societal standards, and warning signs. The college also says that the course will better equip teachers to identify situations where students may be at risk, and all new and existing teachers will have to complete this training by August 31st, 2022.
Sorry for the side giggles. I lost my hearing, quite literally. like pack fell in my ear and batteries just scattered everywhere. So I apologize. It's just that kind of day. Listen to me. You're not listening
I am
to me
listening
today.
to you.
Ontario has issued new guidance for post-secondary institutions that lift distancing and capacity rules for most. What is with that word today? For most classrooms or most driver's license. There's more behind the most. The memo sent out. There is like what most. God, it's so great. The memo sent out to colleges and universities shows staff and students will still have to wear masks indoors. Ooh, that sucks. If it marks a shift from current legislation, which will be amended, that caps indoor classroom capacity at either 50% or 1,000 students, and mandates physical distancing. But the province is sticking with the language in the existing regs when it comes to outdoor learning, which sets the capacity of outdoor instructional space at 75% or 15,000 people. Why do you have to restrict your outdoor setting?
What's the,
I mean, I guess it would depend on land, like your geography, if it's there.
So they're removing the restrictions indoors, but keeping them in place outdoors. Okay.
Brought to you by your provincial government. Over to you, baby doll.
Speaking of controversy, there's been some controversy around, obviously, you know, some big shoes to fill on the set of Jeopardy with the passing of Alex Trebek.
Big time.
So they did have 2 hosts lined up to, you know, because that seems appropriate to me. It would take more than one person to you won't replace him, but to step into the role. Now, Mike Richards had remained as the executive producer after he stepped down as a host. Okay, so he was one of the identified, but then he did step down. He had made offensive comments in a podcast in 2013, 2014, which resurfaced because we were talking about this.
Oh my God, I was
why?
just going to say that. I'm going to talk to that.
Sony also says that Richards is no longer at the helm of Wheel of Fortune. Oh, Pat Sajak doesn't do Wheel of Fortune anymore? I don't watch cable
Vanna
TV.
still on?
So.
Is Vanna on still? Who touches the light?
I think he's a producer. He's a producer of both of them.
Okay. So 3 weeks after he was named as the replacement for Alex Trebek, no longer affiliated with Jeopardy. Disruption, internal difficulties is the announcement. He's leaving the program entirely, no longer even going to be listed as the executive producer. Also out at Wheel of Fortune, a Sony executive says that they were hoping his decision to step down as host would have minimized the disruption and internal difficulties, but the response to Richards remaining within the company had been fierce.
Well, listen, I'm going to do a little public service announcement for everybody right now, okay? What you post on social media and what you put out there on your presence is out there. So be careful of what you do because things have a funny way of coming back to bite you in the ASS. But just don't do anything wrong and you're good. There's another principle and a rule I like to live by.
I don't know.
What?
Well, I just think there are a lot of really sensitive people out there as well.
Oh, 100%. But that's the culture we're working with and alongside. So coincide. So you have to buck up, people. Stop putting on stripping videos on social media.
People are going to cry regardless. They'll find something, but
well, there's a man in Texas having a little, call me a river. He's a little ticked off because he got a phone call in Texas to say, thank you for registering with the, Ontario is apologizing to, thank you for registering for your Ontario COVID shot. He lives in Texas. Come on.
Howdy.
Talk about the horns,
howdy.
right? A public health unit in southwestern Ontario is apologizing to a gentleman in Texas, is the name of the article, who ended up answering calls from Canadians trying to book a COVID-19 vaccine appointment. They had his phone number. You're like, what in the hell?
Can you imagine?
A spokeswoman for the Langton Public Health Unit, it's catching, says in an email that a news release issued on Tuesday had a wrong number for a local vaccine call center. Proofreading 101. Kelly Francis says the release asked people who were eligible for a third dose of COVID-19 to call the center to register.
You got the wrong
Y'all
number.
come back now, you hear? The unit announced Tuesday it would offer a third dose. Wow. Good, but nobody's showing up. Anyways, we're going to show right back up. We're going to take a little break.
I think the story would have been funnier if he actually started like taking the appointments
I think
and
you
assigning
should.
times,
Remember,
right?
with Kramer, why don't you just tell me what movie you'd like to see? To see Titanic hit #1. Anyway, I digress. That's our new thing.
Yes.
We'll be right back in 60 seconds. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll be back. Go listen to the sponsors.
Actually, we're not going anywhere.
The refinery, the United Way, Huron Superior Catholic District School Board, bidding you to register your children.
All right, we'll be right back.
First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
Inches home to Lola bounds. This large male sports a wig trimming black fur.
You don't need a media monkey to make healthy choices. Think for yourself. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
First Local, supported by Nogda Windeman Family and Community Services. Be an alternative care parent. A child needs you.
First Local, supported by Northern Safety and Training, locally owned and operated. Get your DZ training for only $2,000, tax included. Call 705-987-8460 for more information.
Good morning and welcome back. We're going to throw right to Craig because, Craig, I have an event on Saturday and I need the weather to be much better than what you've suggested. I have to pick an outfit. So
Fix it, Craig. Fix it.
Well, I was just looking at the models, Heidi, and you'll be happy to know that we're just expecting some light showers. I don't know when your wedding is. It's around what, 1 o'clock?
I don't know. I don't actually know the time. I'm not privy to those
it
details
helps
yet.
if I have a time. How am I going to do the weather?
How is he going to change it?
But I mean, the showers are going to be light, but it's going to be cloudy. It's going to be a little cool as well, so you may want to get a jacket. But today we are warming up. We are currently sitting at 7 degrees. We are on our way to about 22 degrees. The wind is going to pick up from the northwest again today around the noon hour, and that's going to be with us for most of our day today. Just a little cool wind, but nothing really too much to worry about. I mean, it is September. We are looking at a very beautiful day though, and another day tomorrow where we might see a little more cloud before we start seeing that system come in for the weekend. I'll have a better idea coming up at 5 o'clock today on News at Night. I'll see you then. Right now, let's send it back to Heidi and Colette.
Thank you, Craigers. I have a weekend of nothing planned ahead. It can rain all at once, and I'll just kind of pull my blanket up. I do want to do like one quick bedroom that I need to kind of filter things through. Yeah, but other than that, it's going to be a nice, quiet weekend with the people I love very dearly. Okay, there's a little town in southwestern Ontario called Wheatley, and I actually worked with a person who came from Wheatley, so I really wanted to address this, and it's quite actually. It's a big news story. They had a gas leak there. The explosion had sent 7 people to hospital, reduced buildings to rubble, and now I'm a brick wall. And now I'm the GFL. That's the GFL? That's the Wheatley? That's Wheatley. Geez, that's not the GFL. God, Colette, get to know your city. 2 buildings in Wheatley, Ontario were reduced to rubble after an explosion on August 26 occurred. 7 people were sent to the hospital. Believed to be caused by an abandoned gas well is the extreme example of what can happen if such wells are not properly plugged, according to an expert hydrologist who has researched oil and gas wells in southwestern Ontario. 7 people, like I said, were sent to the hospital. The town of 3,000 people, located about 65k southeast of Windsor, had experienced 3 previous gas leaks in the recent months. There's a statement from the Chatham mayor. But all in all, this is just bringing an issue up to the forefront for many communities that this could occur in. And now, authorities are looking into other places that this is a threat. So we're going to follow this story. But sidebar, was watching something on UFOs last night, and I know you're into that. a ufologist was the word that they used for someone who follows UFO. I've never heard that term before, have you?
I have not. No, I just call them nerds like me.
Not a nerd.
I am a little bit.
Smart and beautiful.
Oh, yeah. And fluffy.
But a ufologist.
A ufologist. Well, it's good. It kind of
think it's
lends
cool.
some legitimacy.
It does. They were showing the two biggest events of the year for where people go, and one in Roswell where they have the parades and stuff. Anyways,
Yeah.
we've been watching some stuff.
Well, I think
on
it's about
UFOs and the
time
pyramids. That's another good one to watch.
I think it's about time they legitimize this dialogue, because I think it'd be very arrogant of the human race to suggest for a
We are the
second that
only
they
one?
are the only example of intelligent, life in the universe. So
My takeaway from the UFO things that we've been watching as of late are they're just far too intelligent, and that's why we haven't really figured it out.
because you've seen they've started to identify that the sightings can happen frequently over top of like nuclear weapon bases, and
Yes.
they will disable the nuclear weapon.
I'm bringing this up. We're going to end the show on this. Have you watched Skinwalker Ranch?
The witch?
Skinwalker Ranch.
No.
It's in Utah, and it's all about the presence of
Skinwalker Ranch.
Yes, you have to
Okay.
watch that. Very
Well,
intense.
clearly.
And new episodes are starting. Yes.
Yay.
Okay, we can get back to the news. Anyways, a ufologist. Add it to your day. Love learning new words every day. So there you go.
Okay.
What else you got?
Well, Justin Trudeau is learning some new words as he continues to be dogged on the campaign trail. And, this is not a new phenomenon. People have been torturing politicians live.
That's how we greet Mike every morning when he comes in, isn't it? Hey, producer Mike. No, I'm just kidding.
So, anything from
beam him up.
Anything from showing up, at events, chanting, holding signs. What's interesting is often these protests are organized by existing interest groups or political opponents, and while they can make a lot of noise, they are predictable. So many of the protests currently following Prime Minister Justin Trudeau around during this election don't seem to be fitting into that pattern, however. Their organization is more ad hoc. There's a word for it. Ad hoc.
Ad what? Sorry, ad a what?
Ad hoc.
Ad hoc.
No, ad hoc.
I know.
With protesters sharing
Kinda like
information.
ad-libbing, but
I know.
Yeah. I'm not. I know you know. I'm just expressing to everyone viewing that we do know what an ad hoc is.
My God. With the protesters sharing information on a wide variety of social media platforms, get out of here, about where Trudeau's going to pop up next. It's kind of like our own fun version of Where's Waldo.
Yes, Where's Waldo? I like that.
The protesters don't appear to be acting on behalf of any particular political party. At a rowdy demonstration in Bolton, Ontario, on Friday, two protesters for Conservative candidate Kyle Seback showed up in T-shirts with the Conservative Party logo, only to be disavowed by Seback and Conservative Party leader Aaron O'Toole.
Aaron is O'Toole? Oh no.
I feel like there might be some more information behind that.
Most. It's like the word most, right?
Yeah, so at the protest that greeted Trudeau in Sudbury on Tuesday, one demonstrator could be seen with a People's Party of Canada sweatshirt tied around her hips. So you can't show up at these events wearing whatever you want to?
I don't know. Speaking of this, though, we do have a debate coming up. There's a minute left. I just want to touch on that very quickly because we need your help.
This is all on the website, so go ahead.
And thank you for that. We would like you to send any questions you have for our local candidates on TV, firstlocal@gmail.com. Heidi, Dan, and myself will be hosting an afternoon 90-minute debate with
Sunny Spina.
Sunny, Terry. I'm sorry, I'm not too sure Sunny is confirmed yet, so I don't want to say that.
Right.
We have the four parties were invited.
Casper Makowski.
Cassie and Marie are definitely attending as well, but I don't know about Sunny for sure, so I just didn't want to throw that out there. But I'm sure Sunny will. Anyway, we would like to know any questions that you might have that we would like to
I'll put your question forward.
Oh, we absolutely will. Now, we're going to be breaking it down to the economy, to COVID, and we're going to have all those categories done today. We're putting those questions together. This is going to be on Wednesday, September the 8th at 1 o'clock till 2:30. And we're also hosting a very special election night brought to you by Heidi, Colette, Dan, and Jacob will be here. The whole house is going to be here. We don't know what we're going to order for dinner that night. It's very exciting. There's a buzz in the air, but there's also an election. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up. Send us your questions, what you'd like us to ask the candidates. Thanks for joining us. Pouring it out, pouring it.